How you doing today? Glad you came here. Catching up again. It's video 3. Still haven't had anybody view my other videos yet, so there's no comments. So I'm not particularly sure of what you guys want to hear from me. So today we're going to do chest and gym. Again, this is my exercise. It may not be what you want to do. So let me know what exercise you're into. As I said in video day off, I guess, when I got out of bed at a 3. But I've been to work and I've come back and I listened to some music and did a little meditation, and now I'm feeling pretty good. I'm up around the 5 or 6, I reckon. Feeling really well, really good. Energized. I was listening to Gary Moore, and when I listen to singers or musicians that are at the top of their game, really picks me up, because I just think about, you know, when somebody's really in tune, when their light's burning bright, and that's how you and I can be if we think about it. So I'll just do this quick set. Chest today. It's a little bit light. I'll go swapping for something heavier in a sec. So you guys might find it really hard to believe, but when I was younger, in the 60s, when I was still just a kid, I was really thin, super thin, small for my age. And when I started going to school, didn't have any friends at all. We didn't have anything before grade 1 back in those days. There was no preschool or prep or anything like that. So we started at grade 1, which is 5 years old. You had to be 5 years old to start school. And that would have been late 60s, early 70s, somewhere there. I can't really remember whether I was 5 or 6 when I started school, that is. I was picked on a lot, bullied virtually by everybody, because I was so small, so thin. I only ever played on my own, you know what it's like. And I only went through to the middle of grade 1, and then my father, who was the biggest bully in my life, I guess, hated me, and was quite happy to tell me he hated me. He got a job where he was on the road all the time and we had to follow him. So I never started school back again until the middle of grade 3. So that's like 2.5 years, something like that, without going to school at all. So by the time I got back to school, I was also dumb. I didn't know anything about schooling. I couldn't spell, I couldn't count, I couldn't write my own name in the middle of grade 3. This is like somebody who's supposed to be 8 or 9. We were supposed to be homeschooled by my mother, but she had no time for that, or no education on how to do it, so we weren't schooled at all. So that just gave people more to make fun of me. It's still a little light. The reason why it was midway through grade 3, 8 or 9 year old, when I went back to school, because that's when my father eventually left us, stopped bullying us and pushing us around and being drunk and all the rest of it. So from that age on, I was brought up by just a single parent, just my mother, and God rest her soul, she was a beautiful woman, the best mother anyone could hope for. And I was still bullied a lot. So when I was about, what was it, grade 5, so about 10-year-old, 11-year-old, somewhere there. She got sick of always having to go to the school and listen to how I was being bullied and how I didn't stand up for myself and all those sort of things. So she put me into martial arts, and I took to that like a duck to water. It was Taekwondo, and I seriously recommend any parent with a child that's getting bullied that Taekwondo is probably the best place to start. There's lots of martial arts out there and I like them all. I've done most of them, but Taekwondo is the best place for a child to start. So I'd only been doing that maybe a month and a half, and it was just like the best thing I'd ever done. I could really channel my energy in them. It wasn't a team sport. I could do it on my own, and I could practice on my own at home. And I was playing football at the time, and one of the kids in my own team was bullying me and pushing me around, and I just had enough and I snapped. And he was what they call a forward, so he was one of the big guys in the team and I was the smallest guy in the team, and I just snapped and I hit him, and then he fell down onto the ground and I kept on hitting him until the teachers pulled me off. And that was the first and only fight I actually got into at school. That, you know, obviously not a bully fight where I was just bullied and punched and kicked, but where I fought back. And I got detention, got in trouble by the teachers and everything, but the other kid, he got taken away by an ambulance. That's how hard and violently I attacked him. So, and it was only a small town. There was only 2,000 people in our entire town, so it didn't take long for word to get around that you don't mess with me. And I was never ever bullied again. What people said behind my back or when I wasn't there, it really didn't matter, but I can tell you nobody said anything to my face again. So I stuck with martial arts, and I did Kung Fu, Karate, Jiu-Jitsu, Zendukai. I've basically, like I said, I've done them all. Duck to water. And because everybody else is like a 6-volt battery and they have a 6-volt light, and they always seem to be glowing bright, and you know what I mean. You know, they just always seem to have it easy. They don't get depressed, they don't get angry, but they just seem to have the perfect light. So they're a 6-volt battery with a 6-volt light bulb, and we seem to be, one day we're 1 volt, one day we're 10 volts, one day we're 6 volt, and we've got a 100 volt light. So at the very best it's glowing really, really dim, just a faint orange glow. So I found that day that I can actually adjust my light to whatever voltage I'm running at it that day, and then it'll be always glowing bright. And if you can find that in yourself, that even on your low days you can still glow really, really bright, you just have to change your light bulb to suit the amount of energy you've got for that day. Don't try to run a 100 volt light on a day when you're only putting out 1 volt. Use a 1 volt light on a 1 volt day and you'll still put out light. So I don't know if you understood that analogy, but for me it's like, you know, on today I said I'm like a 6. So if that's, I'm running at 6 volts, I should be running a 6 volt light so that I'm bright and I'm good. There's no use running a 12 volt light today because I'm only at 6 volts. And on a day when I'm running at 2 volts, then I should be running a 2 volt light. So just adjust your light to the amount of energy you've got, rather than that you're only putting out this really dull beam of light. And to do that, you need to channel the energy you have got into doing something with it. So I had a lot of anger and frustration from all the bullies pushed down inside of me, and all it turned into was depression, and more people bullied me, so it got even worse and worse and worse. And then one day I just channeled all that energy into fighting back, and I'd never felt so good in my life. And unfortunate thing about that was, for a while I got so high on the energy that I became the bully. And there's no one stood in my way, and nobody said anything about me behind my back or in front of me without me, like, you know, dropping them to the ground. And that's where your energy is being channeled negatively instead of positively. You need to channel that energy, all that bad energy that you've got, into doing something positive with it. So for me, that's working out. When on a really bad day, when I can't even get out of bed, it's like, well, I'll go down to the gym and I'll just do 1 lot of bench press. So I'll pick up the weight and I'll just do 1 bench press, you know, like that. And it's like, oh well, I started, so I might as well finish off the set. And then you're feeling good. Your body's filled up with blood and you're circulating, and it's like, wow, I feel really good. So then what you do is like, I'm going to do another set. And before you know it, you feel even stronger, you feel even better. And by the time I walk out of the gym on a really bad day, I'm feeling great. Because all that negative energy that I would have had where I just stayed in bed and felt sorry for myself, I channeled into this, and I picked myself up, and I feel good, I feel strong, I feel big, I feel in charge. And you've got to find that thing for you, whatever that is. For me, it's weight training. As I've said in a previous video, I also like mountain bike riding. It really picks me up. But on your worst day, that day when you're a zero, and you know, you want it to be your last day, if you know what I mean, that you never ever want another day on this planet, then before you make that decision, do that thing you love. Do that gardening that you really love doing. Do the basketball that you really love doing. Go for that walk on the beach that you really love doing. Push some weights and give it all you've got, saying that, well, this is the last time I'm ever going to do this, because that's it. I never want another day on this planet. So it's your last time. Give it everything you've got, every ounce of energy. And I tell you what, you'll change your mind. You know, yeah, sure, everything else in your life's bad, it's terrible. Your relationship's gone, your girlfriend, boyfriend, husband, wife left you, your kids don't talk to you, your mum just died, your favourite dog just died, whatever. That's a bad thing. But focus on this, focus on that thing that gets you through, and keep focusing it. And as you feel yourself pick up, keep going, keep going, keep going. Keep pushing out more weights, you know. Do another set. Yeah, you've been in the gym for an hour, but you're not ready to leave yet. So do another half an hour. Keep going, keep going. You've dug up the garden bed twice. Dig it up 3 times. Get stuck into it. Put every ounce of energy into that thing you love, and before you know it, that's all you can think about is the good things, those great thoughts. Martial arts honestly changed my life. It helped me focus on that I was actually good at something. Unfortunately, it was good at laying other people out. I went into tournaments when I was a little bit older, and I really channeled my energy into that, and I was fantastic at tournaments. But that was the wrong type of energy. I was just using my hate. So don't do that. Don't focus your energy into something negative. Make sure you come out of it with something positive, that there's something good you can do with that energy. I'm putting it now into doing these videos with you guys. So I'm sitting here, you're sitting there, I'm chatting with you, and hopefully soon some of you guys will start writing in the comments what you want to know from me. You know, how do I deal with this? How do I deal with that? You've just lost your mum. What should you do? You know, that's what we're all here for. We're all going to work together to energize each other.